And there's the PA.
Alliance.
I actually really like the PA against the Troll. This is a matchup that we talked about earlier. I think she's one of the few heroes that can.
And now you can almost use that to your benefit to catch them off guard with an approach possibly like this one. And it looks like 4EGM could be the one to suffer the wrath of the first one. Indeed, it is going to be FY who picks it up. VGJ. RTK could be in a bit of trouble here, but he does manage to get off that shield off at the end, and it's Anskin who's able to barely make it away from trouble. He'll be fine for now.
Yeah, he needs to go back to his shrine or just heal up completely. Mid lane though.
Oh, quick takedown right there. It's going to be
before Crystal Maiden uses Bite.
A soldier's fortune.
I would imagine that Alliance will be privy to that and hoping to hold out the Frostbite as much as possible here. Jonas and FY will be just exchanging some blows here, but FY is eventually going to catch him with the stun. Fenrir has shown up, and with that kind of power, they're going to be able to get the finish. And it's Jonas who can get just after that little bit of a scuttle there in the bottom lane. They've already popped the smoke. They are creeping on in. They get a ward to the high ground to see exactly where Limp is. And look at that. They're going to commit in and get a good kinetic field that actually traps him in. The follow-up stun will be there. Hanskin shows up, but they send him right back packing with a glimpse. They'll be able to move in and go for the finish and get it done. VGJ now up 4-0. And they even force out a right now. As we see RTK working his way through the jungle nearby. Bottom lane now where Aggressive is making his move in. They get the open wounds and the kinetic field. It's all but certain that Jonas could be done for this one, and they get it. With Aggressive using the Infest pop. The little clockwork will be broken down into a pile of scrapment. Cycled up and turned into a silver sand, probably.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, VGJ is doing good.
Oh, ROTK, see you later. Alliance going to be able to get themselves on the board now. Look.
Decent farm, he died twice already. Giving some space for Slaughter on the mid because he moved to the forest, but it's going to be a death of a Slaughter probably.
Slaughter needs to know that mid lane is tough, and he will learn it the hard way. The second he shows up to try to, casually farm some creeps, the Goon Squad suddenly shows up from VGJ and they beat the... He'll stay down there. If he had just a little bit more loving from the crit, maybe, but not going to be happening. Limp apparently cancels out his TP scroll, and he's going to just reside in the jungle for now, but there he is. It's FY. He has been putting Limp in check pretty much this whole game. I mean, look at this. Oh no! Freeze is now rushing his way in. He's going to help to go for the finish, and they got it done. Nowhere feels safe for Alliance. They will be able to get a little bit of response here, freezing up and locking down FY under the tower, but the takedown of Shadow Fiend is certainly worth. Oh, clockwork. Okay, suddenly a wild Jonas shows up right near the Roche pin. He's going to be able to trap in Freeze. Freeze gets hit with a bump back, and they glimpse back Jonas, lock him in, but he's able to get the rocket off. Takes him down.
Oh, there's a lot of action going on this game. I mean, this is the forced reaction for Alliance to react right now.
Aggressive going to be able to make it out here. Take the creep walk away. Uh-oh. Now they hit it up with the amp. They burst it down. Aggressive forced to pop out. And now has to shot TP home, but they got him with the hook shot. And now he's going to be brought down. Good patience from Alliance there. Finish out the Deso sooner than later. Jonas spots out Freeze here. And decides to hook shot in because he has help nearby. And then when Fenrir steps in, hits him up with the Static Storm, and then they suddenly just kind of turn onto the clockwork and take him out. It looks like VGJ are going to make a rotation now towards the top lane where Loda had been free farming for a while. They're going to put their attention towards maybe the next tier 1 they'd like to go for. Meanwhile, now rotating ROTK towards the bottom lane side. Him and Aggressive there right now. Send back though of Loda puts him back towards the top lane actually, but Hanskin's going to be able to move in with the crush and get the finish on that one. Not a safe area for them. Oh, look at this. Alliance rotate to the bottom lane instead and make the audible to go for a smoke. This is going to be a nice approach. VGJ are not suspecting. And they spot out Aggressive. Now they already commit the hook shot, so he could go for a rage out, but it looks like he doesn't have a mana for a TP, so he's got to eat the cog and try to go out the other direction. Starts walking towards where the tier 1 would have been and towards ROTK, but now they're going to put their focus onto ROTK and finish him off. He ends up getting dropped. They'll settle for that one, but they may also be able to score a double takedown. Beautiful setup comes in from Hanskin.
Alliance is all over. Instant smoke from Alliance with that DD rune picked up. They want to fight, and
yes,
they're
they
in.
do. Hanskin leads in Good stun onto ROTK, and then Jonas is going to be able to bump him back, while on the other side, they set up a static storm there, be able to get the takedown of Fenrir. Now it's going to be Loda looking to head to the high ground, but he is eating a lot of damage. The freezing field from EGM does a good amount of work to force VGJ back, and they're going to be able to take down 2. Alliance stack now. They know this is happening. It looks like they have that vision on the high ground to see Alliance flirting out in front. Jonas, though, is getting a bit curious. Moves on in for aggressive, is going to be forcing out the rage. And he's simply 4 staffs away. And that is going to pick up. And look at this! Hook shot in for aggressive. Now follow Frostbite. He gets bumped back to the low ground. They focus some damage onto him, but he's still able to hold on here. But he's looking to cut him off. Jonas moves in, slides in, tries to catch him with a 4-step battery assault, but can't quite get it. While on the other front, they are going to get the takedown. Fenrir's dropped. Need to move in. Look who they end up crossing paths with. Jonas nearby manages to pop a couple of the smokes. Now he walks back in towards the arms of ROTK. Now he just forces himself out the other direction. Aggressive. TP's in, and they look to focus on takedown Jonas. He's done for. Good flips pull back on that one. ROTK is borrowed time's going to get popped up, but now look at the race is coming out. Lip begins to chuck him forward, dishing out the right clicks. A nice stack storm going to be dropped from Fender right on top of their head, but they're still moving on in. Aggressive, trying to get a hold of Limp, but he's tagged between Loda and Limp. He goes for the Infest, but ends up being forced to pop back out, and he will get evaporated. Loda with the double kill on this fight, and I certainly agree with that. It looked like there was potential there. VGJ also have some decent choke point fighting with that static storm, but it looked like by that point Alliance had gotten off what they needed, potentially. Glimpse pull back onto Loda. He simply blink strikes away from the trouble. ROTK there to soak in a lot of the damage, but the Alliance are looking to siege on at this moment. Now Loda, considering a dive in, will force out the borrowed time. Follow-up's going to be there. Jonas swings in, bumps ROTK closer into his team, and they're looking to move for the vision. They will get it. Now for more. Aggressive. Chopping on in with the power of the Troll ulti. Still not going to be enough to even get the finish on the clock.
Perfect execution once again from Alliance.
Crossing the river. But they ping it out now. Are they going to head up that way? Oh. They head up right towards Fenrir. He's going to be the first one to pop the smoke. He will get quickly taken care of. Nice rocket to spot out where ROTK is going. He's going to go for the hook shot. Yes! Moves in, finds connection right on top of him. And now the borrowed time comes out. Loda will simply wait for it to be concluded, and then they'll battle it out inside the cog cage.
Sadly, we can't see it, but
that could be a good pickup. Could be. That would allow him to seriously have the man fight against Loda. Probably went all in for it. It means he doesn't have a buyback here. Lions playing this one very cautiously and aggressive. Suddenly in for the fight, but right back out. Follow up there from Jonas. They're going to get the catch. Jonas gets the quick 4-step out to safety. Now they look to isolate Jonas. Trying to go for the finish, but he does find his way back outside the base. Now it's going to be attention onto the racks here. Kinetic field continues to lock him inside, but Alliance not overly threatened at the moment. Loda going to be able to move in and help get the finish. Now Limp dishing out the Requiem. A lot of damage onto aggressive. He's forced back, but still holds on to his life. Alliance will move in for the Roche now. Racks now and get the finish there.
yeah.
2 racks is going to go down. Alliance walk away with a big win. They get the pullback for EGM and will probably get the Crystal Maiden down, but Alliance are okay with that.
At least it's something, huh?
Yeah, it's something. Alliance are not looking to allow it. They continue to siege away here and trying to being able to take down this tier 3 and then closing this one out before those precious items come online, because I'm with you. A Radiance and a BKB comes together and suddenly BK's lineup has a lot more potential than it ever did before. But it looks like finally this tier 3 may crumble it down, but as I say, that aggressive scoots on in. Maybe he got forced it, but okay, on the way back end of his rage. Follow-up hook shot's going to be there from Jonas. They're going to be able to go for the quick crit finish of that Ogre as he gets dropped. Tier 3 finally going to be taken apart. Now ROTK going to be forced into his borrowed time. They get a hold of aggressive here. He turns it around, looking to go for the finish onto Jonas. They drop the static storm right on top of those cogs and quickly head out the other direction. Loda trying to find a chase, can't quite get it. Heads back the other side and gets the slash finish onto aggressive.
No buyback.
Now they look to Fenrir. They could be able to burst him down, but the Raxes are exposed, and EGM begins to go to work on them. Handskin fighting, looking to fend him off. Freeze, dishing out the tomahawks, forces Handskin back.
They're still not done. They're continuing to push. Cheese is handled from Loda to Limp.
He is working his way through that Rax. Now they're able to lock in and take out Freeze. He's going to be forced to buy back. And what could be the final Haraba defense? Alliance are able to get their Rax, and they think about walking away. Hook shot a bit all over the place there, but he ends up going down. Good pullback there from VGJ on that one.
The BKBs are on cooldown, but the question is, can they chase?
Quick potential turnaround from Alliance. They're looking to blast apart the Ogre. He gets the force to the low ground. He seems to be barely holding on to his life, but Loda, godlike now, jumps in and takes him down. Woo! And Limp moving in. Huge raise, double kill. Alliance are going to be able to get it done. Puts the nail in the coffin, and VGJ are going to be sent down to the lower bracket of this group. Alliance, we will be seeing them play TNC in the next round.
Yeah, Alliance after the poor performance, not maybe because